Hello, my friend. Today, I want to tell you a story. A simple story, but a story that can change your life. Before we begin, close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath and ask yourself this question: do I listen more or do I speak more? This is important because today's story is about listening. It's about advice. It's about knowing when to speak and when to stay quiet. Many people lose friends because they speak too much. Many people lose respect because they give advice when nobody asks. And this story will show you why. So sit down, relax, and listen carefully. This story comes from ancient wisdom. It's called The Bird and the Monkey. And trust me, you will remember this story forever. Let's begin. Many years ago, there was a mountain. A beautiful mountain. On this mountain, there lived a group of monkeys. These monkeys were a family. They lived together. Life was good for them. But then, one day, winter came. And with winter came the rain. Cold rain. Rain that never stopped. The monkeys had no shelter. They had no warm place to go. They were completely wet. Water was everywhere. On their fur, on their faces, on their hands. They began to shiver. Their bodies were shaking. They were so cold. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being outside in the rain with no home? No fire? No warmth? That was their situation. And they needed to do something. They needed to find a solution. Fast. While the monkeys were looking around, something caught their attention. On the ground, they saw some fruits. These fruits were special. They were called ginja fruits. And these fruits had a very bright color. Red. Orange. Yellow. They looked like fire. They looked like small pieces of burning fire. The monkeys got excited. "Look! Look!" said one monkey. "Fire! We found fire." "We can make ourselves warm," said another monkey. They all gathered around these fruits. They picked them up carefully. They put them close together. And then, they started to blow. They blew air on the fruits. Again and again. "Come on, fire! Start," they said. They blew harder. And harder. But nothing happened. The fruits did not burn. There was no fire. No heat. No warmth. But the monkeys did not stop. They kept trying. They believed these fruits were fire. They refused to accept the truth. And this is where our story becomes interesting. Because someone was watching them. On a tree nearby, there was a bird. A small bird. This bird was sitting on a branch. He was dry. He was safe. He was watching the monkeys from above. And he could see everything clearly. He saw the monkeys blowing at the fruits. He saw their effort. He saw their hope. But he also saw the truth. He knew these were not embers of fire. He knew these were just fruits. Colorful fruits. Beautiful fruits. But not fire. The bird felt something in his heart. He felt sorry for the monkeys. Poor monkeys, he thought. They are wasting their time. They are wasting their energy. They will never make fire from these fruits. The bird was intelligent. He could see what the monkeys could not see. And he wanted to help. He wanted to save them from this mistake. So, he made a decision. A decision that would change everything. He decided to give them advice. He decided to speak. But the question is, should he have spoken? Let's see what happened next. The bird flew down from his branch. He came closer to the monkeys. And then, he spoke. "Hey! Monkeys," said the bird. "What are you doing?" The monkeys looked up. They saw the bird. But they did not stop blowing. The bird continued. You are making a big mistake. These are not embers of fire. These are ganja fruits. You cannot make fire from fruits. You are wasting your time. Some of the monkeys stopped. They looked at the bird. But they did not say anything. The bird felt encouraged. Listen to me, he said. What you are doing is useless. These fruits will not help you. They will not protect you from the cold. You need to find shelter instead. Go and find a cave. Or find a burrow. A place where you can hide from the rain. A place where the cold wind cannot reach you. The bird was speaking fast now. He was speaking with passion. He really wanted to help. He really believed he was doing the right thing. But there was one problem. Nobody asked him for his opinion. Nobody asked him for advice. The monkeys did not want his help. One of the old monkeys looked at the bird. This monkey was tired. He was cold. He was frustrated. And now, this bird was talking and talking and talking. The old monkey spoke. His voice was angry. Go away, bird. Why are you interfering in our task? Did we ask you for advice? No. So leave us alone. Go fool yourself. The old monkey's words were clear. Stop talking. Go away. Mind your own business. Any normal bird would understand this message. Any normal bird would fly away. But not this bird. This bird was stubborn. He disagreed with the old monkey. No, 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 said the bird. You don't understand. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to save you. The monkeys ignored him. They went back to blowing at the fruits. But the bird did not stop. He kept talking. He kept insisting. He flew around them. He came closer. Please. Listen to me, said the bird. Your efforts are useless. You are doing this wrong. Stop now before you waste more time. The monkeys were getting more and more annoyed. Their patience was running out. Can you feel the tension building? Can you see what is about to happen? The bird refused to stop. He came even closer to the monkeys. He wanted to convince them. But the monkeys had enough. They were already frustrated. Frustrated because they could not make fire. Frustrated because they were cold and wet. And now, this bird was making everything worse. One of the monkeys suddenly stood up. He was furious. His eyes were angry. Enough, shouted the monkey. The bird did not see it coming. The monkey moved fast. Very fast. He caught the bird with his hand. The bird tried to fly away. But it was too late. The monkey held him tight. And then, the monkey smashed the bird against the ground. Hard. The sound was terrible. The bird fell. He could not move. His wings were broken. His body was hurt. The bird was in pain. All because he gave advice when nobody asked for it. All because he could not stay quiet. All because he did not know when to stop. The other monkeys looked at the bird for a moment. Then they went back to their fruits. They did not care about the bird anymore. The bird lay on the ground. Alone. Hurt. Regretting his decision. Now, my friend, let's pause for a moment. Let's think about this story. What did we just see? We saw a bird who wanted to help. His intentions were good. He genuinely wanted to help the monkeys. He saw them making a mistake. And he wanted to correct that mistake. But here is the problem. The monkeys did not ask for help. They did not want advice. And the bird did not respect that. He insisted even when they told him to stop. And what happened? He got hurt. Now, I want you to think about your own life. How many times have you given advice to someone? How many times have you tried to help someone who did not ask for help? How many times have you said, you should do this or you should not do that? And what happened? Did they listen to you? Or did they get angry? Did they thank you? Or did they push you away? Most of the time, people do not want unsolicited advice. They want to make their own mistakes. They want to learn their own lessons. And when you force your advice on them, you create problems. You create conflict. You create distance. Lesson 1. Know when to speak and when to stay quiet. The most important lesson from this story is simple. Not every situation needs your words. Not every problem needs your solution. Sometimes, silence is the best response. The bird saw a problem and immediately spoke. But he did not ask himself, do they want my help? He did not ask, is this the right time to speak? He just spoke. And he paid the price. In your life, before you give advice, ask yourself these questions. Did this person ask me for help? Will my words make things better or worse? Am I speaking to help them, or to show that I'm right? If they did not ask, stay quiet. If they are not ready to listen, save your words. Silence is not weakness. Silence is wisdom. Solution. Practice this today. When you see someone making a mistake, pause. Take a deep breath. And ask yourself, should I speak? If the answer is no, stay quiet. Let them learn their own lesson. Lesson 2. Good intentions are not enough. The bird had good intentions. He really wanted to help. His heart was in the right place. But good intentions do not always create good results. Sometimes, good intentions can hurt people. Sometimes, trying to help can make things worse. Why? Because help is only helpful when someone wants it. If they don't want it, your help becomes interference. It becomes a problem. Think about this in your relationships. Maybe you have a friend who makes bad choices. You want to help them. You give them advice again and again. But they don't listen. They get angry with you. They avoid you. Why? Because they are not ready to hear your advice. Your good intentions cannot force them to change. Solution. Stop trying to save people who don't want to be saved. Focus your energy on people who ask for your help. Those are the people who will appreciate your words. Those are the people who will listen. Lesson 3. You cannot save everyone. The bird wanted to save the monkeys. But the monkeys did not want to be saved. At least not by him. At least not at that moment. This is a painful truth, you cannot save everyone. Some people don't want your help. Some people are not ready to change. Some people need to learn through their own experience. And that's okay. You are not responsible for saving the world. You are not responsible for fixing everyone's problems. Your job is to live your own life well. Your job is to be available when people ask for help. But you cannot force people to accept your help. Solution. Let go of the need to save everyone. Offer help to those who ask. Support those who want your support. But release those who push you away. You cannot help someone who doesn't want to be helped. Accept this and move on. Lesson 4. Listen more than you speak. The bird talked too much. He did not listen. The monkeys told him to go away. But he did not listen. He kept talking. He kept insisting. And this was his biggest mistake. Listening is more powerful than speaking. When you listen, you understand. When you listen, you learn. When you listen, you build respect. But when you only speak, you create problems. Most people don't have a listening problem. They have a speaking problem. They talk too much. They share too many opinions. And they wonder why people avoid them. Solution. Today, practice listening. When someone speaks, really listen. Don't think about what you will say next. Don't prepare your advice. Just listen. Give them space to express themselves. Most of the time, people don't want advice. They just want someone to listen. Be that person. Lesson 5. The wise know when to walk away. The wisest part of this story is the ending message. Never give advice unless you are asked for it. This is ancient wisdom. The wise person knows when to speak. But more importantly, the wise person knows when to walk away. When someone rejects your help, walk away. When someone does not want your advice, walk away. Don't be stubborn. Don't let your ego control you. Just walk away. You tried. That's enough. Now let them learn their own lesson. Solution. Practice walking away. Not everything needs your input. Not every argument needs your participation. Not every problem needs your solution. Sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is simply walk away. And let life teach them what your words could not. My dear friend, we have reached the end of this story. But before we finish, I want to talk to you from my heart. Maybe you are like the bird. Maybe you are someone who always wants to help. Someone who sees problems and immediately tries to fix them. Someone who gives advice even when nobody asks. If that is you, I understand. I understand because I was like that too. I wanted to help everyone. I wanted to fix everything. But I learned something painful. I learned that not everyone wants my help. I learned that sometimes, the best way to help is to stay quiet. And when I learned this lesson, my life changed. My relationships improved. People respected me more. Why? Because I stopped forcing my opinions on them. I stopped interfering in their lives. I gave them space to make their own choices. And when they needed help, they came to me. They asked me. So today, I want you to make a promise to yourself. Promise that you will respect other people's journeys. Promise that you will give advice only when asked. Promise that you will protect your peace. Promise that you will know when to speak and when to walk away. This is not easy. It takes practice. It takes self-control. But it is worth it. Thank you for listening to this story today. I hope it touched your heart. I hope it made you think. If you learned something valuable, please subscribe to this channel. We share stories like this every day. Stories that help you improve your English and your life at the same time. Before you go, I want to leave you with one final thought. The next time you want to give advice to someone, stop. Take a breath. And ask yourself, did they ask me? If the answer is no, stay quiet. Let them learn their own lesson. And remember the story of the bird and the monkey. Stay wise. Stay humble. And keep learning. See you in the next story.